All right, let's keep this one short. How to get real, consistent results in your dating life, even if you're not yet in the top 10% of men yet. So I'm going to show you the exact process I use with my clients to help them start going on dates within a week, using both dating apps and in-person approaches without wasting time or playing games or going to clubs or any of the bullshit. This isn't about guessing what works. Everything I'm going to show you today is based on science and real world data, not opinions, not one off stories from self proclaimed dating experts, real science and real psychology, okay? So let's just dive right on in. Let's scroll down here. So, step one is to get quick wins on dating apps. And the fact of the matter is that if you only have decent photos, you're invisible. Now, most guys are very frustrated with their dating app results, and it's because they can't stand out. If your photos aren't triggering what women are naturally attracted to, then you are going to be invisible. Now, it's not that women don't want to date you or that you're just not good enough. It's that your profile is not hitting the right psychological triggers. They can only see you how you present yourself. So if you present yourself in a poor fashion, well, then you're not going to get results. Now, most guys realize that women are wired to respond to very specific signals of attraction, but they either don't know what those things are or they just do a terrible job of tapping into them. And so here's the thing. When you can show the traits that they want, attraction is automatic. And when you don't, well, being invisible is automatic, okay? So there's research from studies involving tens of thousands of women all across the world. And the good news, again, is that you can instantly improve your results by optimizing your profile the right way. That comes down to, again, taking the right pictures, improving your bio, simple things. And I did all this myself back in the day. I paid a coach $1,000 to help me to improve my profiles. And I did what he told me. And within a week, I was getting 4 times as many matches as before. 4 times as many matches. And I didn't think it was possible. Like, it blew my mind. So here's what I have my clients do. First and foremost, they book a photo shoot using the same proven styles and poses that consistently perform best with women. Consistently. This isn't about taking random pictures. It's about creating images that trigger the primary attraction signals. Now, again, I'll dive deeper into the attraction signals that women look for in a little bit. But for now, just understand that when you can tap into these things on a deep level, well, then women they don't logically think about it. They just see that you have these things and they're turned on by it. They don't know why, it just happens. And so after doing this, most of my clients start getting dates within a week because, again, they've now entered the top 10% of men on dating apps. And I'll be honest, bro, I don't exactly love dating apps, but for guys who just aren't meeting many women yet or who aren't meeting the girls that they want to meet, especially guys like you who are busy with their career and you're ambitious, well, dating apps can be great low-hanging fruit. And when you do them the right way, they are an easy way to start building momentum. Now you can get around to in-person approaches and everything else down the line, but this is a great starting point. And there are great girls on dating apps, contrary to common belief. There are. I've dated them, okay? And honestly, dating apps alone can be enough to get a lot of guys the girl that they want. Because I know you're not looking for casual sex. You're looking for that one quality girl that you can keep around long term. And that only takes meeting the right person once, which can happen very easily and very quickly with dating apps because most girls use them. So dating apps are good, but again, that's not where we're going to stop with this process. So the next step, scroll on down here. The next step, the little Adam and Eve tree. You need to understand what women actually want based on science. Now, here's the problem. Most men have no clue what women actually want. They try to improve their dating lives based on myths, bad advice, red pill and black pill garbage, and random opinions from other guys who are just as lost as they are. It's funny. But what women want isn't a mystery. It has been studied on a global scale. We have hard data on what women respond to, what traits they find most attractive, and what consistently leads to long-term attraction. And these aren't just one-off studies. These are studies from hundreds of thousands of women all across the world. And based on their behavior and not just what they say. And also based on tens of thousands of years of evolutionary history. Okay? So there's a couple main things that women look for on a high level. Resourcefulness, status, and non-neediness. Those are some key drivers of attraction. Now, women are biologically wired to be drawn to men who are on a mission, who project non-neediness, and who are clearly competent and clearly capable. Now, the best part about this is that these are traits that you can develop. And by making simple changes like getting more clear on your purpose, changing how you speak to women, testing women rather than only being tested, well, you can immediately show these traits by making those simple changes. And again, there's a lot more to this, and I go deeper into it in my coaching, but that's the high level. You can quickly show these traits by doing some simple changes. Now, when you understand attraction on a scientific level, dating becomes something that just takes care of itself, and it becomes automatic, like breathing. It's not a chore, it just happens, okay? So that's step 2, is just to understand why women want what they want and also what they want, okay? So step 3, this is the fun part. This is my favorite part of this entire process, is meeting women in person the right way, okay? Now, here's the fact of the matter. Nothing beats in person, but it has to be done right or you're gonna look silly. Most guys just don't approach because they're afraid of rejection. And for the guys who do approach, well, they oftentimes come across as awkward or needy, and they don't really have it well calibrated. Now, the truth of it is that approaching women is not about being the perfectly smooth talker. It's about using a simple, proven framework that makes approaching feel natural and fun. You don't have to speak perfectly. I mean, as you guys can probably see, I have some moments in this video where I don't speak perfectly, but that's fine. A framework that removes the need to overthink, and again, is based on science and not just fluff and gimmicky ideas. I'm not perfect, my clients aren't perfect, but we all get results because we take action, and we take action in a scientifically proven way. Now, here's the super bare bones version of the framework I give my guys. So number 1 is you start with a bold opener. From there, you follow up with a playful curiosity and have a conversation just to see, what she's about and kind of testing her a little bit. And then third, you focus on creating that connection. Now, a key part of this is that you want to be testing her. You're not trying to prove yourself. You're kind of poking at her to see, again, who she really is and if she's a good fit for your life, okay? And this is all stupidly simple, but it works because it's based on real world psychology. What actually triggers attraction, not just what sounds good on paper or in a video, okay? And so once you understand this, approaching stops being scary. There's always going to be some level of nervousness inherent in this process, but it stops being so scary and it starts being fun, okay? And the results, well, you'll stand out from 99% of other guys because most guys are too afraid to even try. It's sad, but most guys just don't do this. And that brings us to step 4, which is the final step of this process. And this is continued self-improvement. And so you're probably thinking improve after everything else? Yes, 1000%. Now, of course, you should be improving yourself every day of your life. But this step is last for a reason, because most guys use self-improvement as an excuse for never taking action in the first place. Oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not rich enough. I'm not XYZ enough yet. Most guys say these things and they stay in the same place year after year after year after year because they're only focusing on their fitness or their career instead of doing what actually will get them women. They do everything except what's going to get them women. What's going to get them women? Well, talking to women is what's going to get them women. The main bottleneck stopping most guys from meeting more women isn't that they're not good enough. It's not that they're not fit enough. It's not that they're not rich enough. It's that they're simply not meeting enough women. And even when they do, they don't know how to seduce the women. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to escalate things. And that's why we fix the other things first and foremost. So here, at the end of this process, now that dating apps are popping out results for you and you're meeting girls in person, well, now we continue working on you. Now we work on your fitness. Now we work on your fashion. Now we help you to get more clear on your mission and your career. Now we build a stronger social life. All of this comes after getting the foundations in place, okay? And this step is an ongoing process, basically forever. But really, that's the high level of how all of this works, how I get results from my clients. And here's the thing, like most guys, they just kind of go through this process and they just guess. And the fact of the matter is that if you're not getting the results that you want with women right now, it's not because you're not good enough. It's because you don't have the right system. The guys who succeed with women don't rely on luck. I tried luck for a long time and I always ended up back at home, lonely in my bed every weekend. For years, crying, depressed, nihilistic, watching porn. It wasn't fun, bro. And so then I spent years diving into the science of all of this and applying it myself. And that's what I coach my clients on now. How to quickly get results by combining dating apps, in-person approaches, and a deep understanding of female psychology. So when you do all of this, well, quick wins with dating apps, done. A scientific approach to attraction, covered. A simple, effective way to approach girls in person, 1,000%. So if you want to stop wasting time and start getting real results, follow this process I just outlined. Now, if you want to work with me, then that's great. If not, no biggie. But at least take action. Whether you do this alone or with my help or with someone else's help, just take action. Your dating life will not change until you take action. Your life is in your hands, okay? And I promise this process, it's one of the most fulfilling journeys you will ever go on. It's changed my life. It's beautiful, man. I promise you. But anyways, that is all for today's video. I hope you got some serious value out of this, and I'll see you soon. God bless.